Hello? Hello? Hi, YouTube. It's your boy B3. Back with another kicking comic book haul. Yeah, it's been a while since I did a comic book haul. I've been sitting on a bunch. I just went to a comic shop, actually. Quite factually. So I'll even have more that I'm still going to have at least 2 more hauls. Probably. That's how many books I have in the backlog. But there's a lot of good stuff today. Power Rangers, DC, and then a bit in between. Literally in between. They're in between the two things. So from Boom Studios, we have Power Rangers #2. I'm actually very behind on Boom stuff. I read through all of Mighty Morphin, and then when the books split, I didn't finish, and I haven't read the last volume of Go-Go. So yeah, I am behind, and I haven't read any of these, but I saw these single issues at Half Price Books for $1 each, and these are pretty new. So yeah, I had to grab them. You know it. So you get the Omega Rangers here, Andros, whatnot. Very, very cool. Also got issue 17. Pretty cool cover. Cat, Morphin Master. Very awesome. And then I believe that's also Andros, probably, I think, maybe. This is when they're getting up to the Death Ranger stuff. Charged to 100. Very cool. There's Andros rocketing. Let's rocket. He's rocketing. Yeah, this one's 19. I'm sorry, I haven't read these, so I can't say. We'll get there. There's the alien Tibby. Someone died. Who could it be? Who could it be? I don't know. I don't know the answer. Goodbye. And then here they are fighting some Kaijin, or maybe Seijin. I think they mostly fight Seijin, this team. But yeah, Andros and the Omega Rangers. Very cool. God, I want that Omega Ranger 5-pack. That Omega Ranger's not in it. We'll probably never get that one. Oopsie. Or should I say cat one. Not funny. But then here's 22 with Andros in his disguised form, which I did make a Lightning Collection figure of, and I do have it, and I have reviewed it if you want to check it out. So it's pretty cool to have that front and center on a cover. But yeah, all these were $1. And then for 50 cents, I got this book called Tankers. Don't know jack about Tankers. It's issue 3. But I know cool dinosaur monsters when I see them. They're clearly not like Rego dinosaurs. They're clearly more monstrous versions. My only issue with this book is that there's no back and board on it. They just slapped a sticker on the puppy? How dare you? Just raw? I mean, it's such a neat looking book, but how dare you do that? And the cover, it's like you can't make it out on camera, but it's it's almost like the dinosaurs and stuff are all a different material than the actual cover. You see how it's the dinos are shining, but the cover isn't? It's actually a very nicely made book. And even the back is like that. Which is harder to tell because of the white background on the back. But see how the white doesn't shine, but it's almost like it's raised? You can kind of feel it. They're different materials. Very cool and interesting. And they slapped that on there. Otherwise, it's in great condition. I'm going to have to be real careful trying to figure out how to get that puppy off there. Angry. Also, Battle of the Planets was 50 cents. I went to one Half Price Books that had this one for 50 cents, and I was like, that's cool. I can grab one. That's neat. And then I went to another Half Price Books that had a ton of Battle of the Planets. And I was like, oh, I don't think I need 1,000. Just this one. I might even sell it. It was kind of an impulse buy. It's from Image, Top Cow, whatever the hell Top Cow is. But yeah, Battle of the Planets, famous Japanese property. Neat, but Now we're in the DC. And I had to get this book. This one's $3, which is a little pricier. It's from October of 1990. And it was just so effing wild that I had to get it. I haven't read it, but I can't wait to. This is an insane cover for Detective Comics issue 622. I mean, look at this crazy murderous Batman shooting beams out of his hands. This horrific cowl, which looks amazing. A very cool bat symbol. the wings that are the cape and that crazy belt, which of course makes sense that that was a transitional 90s belt. You've got his Showa Gauss feet. And look who did the art. Dick Sprang. That's right, folks. Dick Sprang. Who's actually a pretty good artist. Also, he's killing Don Knotts. Oh, you old so-and-so. But that's a crazy looking Batman who I'd love a figure of. I just have to know what's going on in here. I know comic covers are... They're not as clickbaity now, but they were like the original clickbait. Wild stuff. And then here was a comic from Grant Morrison's Batman run. It was $2 from Batman R.I.P., which I have the trade for. I have the physical trade for this, but I've always loved this Alex Ross cover. Always. I even had a trading card of it at one point. And so I was like, you know, it's $2. I'll get it just for that beautiful cover. Plus, I love Morrison's Batman work. I love Daniel's Batman work. You know, this is something worth having. Plus, that's a really cool Mr. Freeze design. Well, not Mr. Freeze. It's not Mr. Freeze. But it is a cool design, nonetheless. It's not Mr. Freeze, though. I forget that dude. What are all these dudes' names? I don't remember, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful cover. Also, this one, this is from a Brian Azzarello Superman book. I have read the trade for this, but this is a very iconic Superman cover. Jim Lee also did an accompanying Batman cover for this, where they're like facing each other. This is just, you know, an iconic piece of Jim Lee art and comic art in general. So I had to have it. Once again, $2. I think that's a pretty good deal. Floop. And then we get into Future's End. Everybody hated the Future's End event. I read some tie-ins for the books that I was currently reading at the time, but I never actually read the full event because it was a weekly series and I didn't want to fucking pay for a weekly series. But there were a lot of lenticular covers, and I had several and I sold pretty much all of them. But then I saw lenticular covers for $1? Dude. Of course I'm picking them up, right? Look at this Green Lantern New Guardians, and as you know, I'm a big Green Lantern guy, but check that out. Kyle Rayner, White Lantern, just exploding. So insane, dude. Very cool. And then like the words shift around. Ah, it's got such depth to it. I love lenticular covers so goddamn much. And then Justice League United, a book that I never read. I knew a guy that read it. He wasn't super impressed by it. I think Green Arrow was in it. He mostly just wanted to read Green Arrow. But oh shit, Animal Man's in it? Never mind, I'll be reading it. New 52 Animal Man was the GOAT. But yeah, see, because like that's the team for the present, and I guess that's like a future team. Wait, is Animal Man on both teams? That's interesting. Maybe it has something to do with Animal Plan going to space. Oh, I wonder if these are other avatars of the Red from other planets. Definitely check out my upcoming reviews of New 52 Animal Man, because they are insane. By the way, I've made all the reviews, but I have them scheduled to come out weekly. So you have to check that out. I gotta read Justice League United now, because now that I know Animal Man's in it. New 52 Animal Man really was amazing. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely. Then we move on to some Rebirth one-shottage. Yeah, Green Arrow Rebirth, #1. I remember reading the first couple volumes of Rebirth Green Arrow. One of them was just like basically a year one retelling. Still good, but that's basically all it was. But I mean, I saw it for $1.50, and I was like, hey, I liked DC Rebirth a lot. It's one of my favorite eras of DC Comics, which is really saying something because I'm a huge DC buff. But I loved DC Rebirth. It brought back everything the New 52 was missing. It really was an incredible time to be a DC fan with a lot of really good books. So I just wanted to pick this up for that. And these next two books, I say it's really the best for last. Or at least maybe some of the most interesting for last. This book I found for $2. It was a $2 book. This is the first cameo appearance of Punchline, Joker's partner. Now, if you don't know who Punchline is, she's like if Harley Quinn had a worse character design and far less character depth. But people loved her when she came out, or at least they expected to. I was never a big fan of her. I really love Tynion the Fourth's run on Batman. I love pretty much anything Tynion does, to be completely honest. He does a magnificent work that really appeals to me. But this is the first cameo appearance of Punchline for $2. I mean, come on, folks. You had to get it. Now, if only they also had the first full appearance of Punchline. Oh, wait. They did. And not only that, but I believe this is also a variant cover. This is the first full appearance of Punchline. There she is on the cover with a character design that's not as good as Harley Quinn's. Wow. Once again, $2. For a while, this was an $80 book. I don't think it is now. I think these have gone down in price a lot. But if you are a Punchline fan, that's fine. Saying that I'm not big on Punchline doesn't mean that she's not cool. It just means that I'm not as into her. Because, I mean, she doesn't have the things that held Harley Quinn back. Like, she is more like the Joker. Where Harley was manipulated into being more like the Joker, it seems like Punchline was already a lot like the Joker. And just, just ended up with him. Whereas Harley was manipulated into being who she is by him. Which I can see being more fun for a lot of people, but it's less interesting to me. But I will be selling these Punchline comics, probably. Maybe not right now, but after a while. They'll probably end up in my store. I don't know if they'll end up on eBay. If I put them on eBay, I'll sell them together. But if I put them in my store, I'll sell them separate. Just depends. But yeah, that's very cool. So, quick recap. A variant Batman 92, first full appearance of Punchline. A variant, or not variant, Batman 89, first cameo appearance of Punchline. We have Green Arrow Rebirth #1. Justice League United Futures End #1 lenticular. Green Lantern New Guardians Futures End #1 lenticular. We have Superman 204, Batman 680, Batman in Detective Comics 622, Battle of the Planets 9, The Beautiful Tankers 3, Power Rangers 22, Power Rangers 21, Power Rangers 20, Power Rangers 19, Power Rangers 18, Power Rangers 17, and Power Rangers #2. So that is it for today. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. I might end up selling several of those DC books at some point. I think I'm just going to say it. I'm going to sell Battle of the Planets. That's going to happen. But yeah, the Power Rangers I'm keeping. Sorry. And the Green Lantern lenticular I'm keeping for sure. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your undying support. Undying! And, yeah. Let me know if you want me to review any of the trades that these are found in. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.